Greetings and salutations to you all. Once again, it is I, the Ravenous Spectre, and I got a little bit of a pickups video due today. I apologize for the fact I haven't really put out any videos recently, and I haven't really done any streams or anything like that. Kind of been dealing with some things. I've been busy with some other things, jobs, so on and so forth. So I haven't really had the time to really get down and do these like I've wanted to. But pretty soon I should be doing some streams sometime pretty later on in the future, especially considering God of War is coming today. I'm eagerly anticipating it for UPS to finally show up with the game. Checked the mail earlier. It wasn't in there, so obviously it's coming by UPS or FedEx or who the hell ever. I think that when Best Buy or whoever it is or Amazon ends up giving these games out, they end up going and putting them all in a pile like, hey, whoever picks them up is the one who delivers them. FedEx, UPS, Postal Service, whatever. So, yeah, waiting for that, eagerly anticipating it. Huge God of War fan. Reviews are raving. They're glowing. They're amazing. Everything that I've seen about it's really just grasped my attention. So I'm going to go ahead and say that now that one of the pickups in this video, which hasn't shown up just yet, is just the standard edition for God of War. I actually wanted to go ahead and get like the collector's edition, but due to adulting, circumstances and money and bills and all that stuff, I couldn't get it at this point in time. I had it pre-ordered, but I said hell with it. I'm just going to go ahead and get standard version. Went ahead and stuck with that, and I was just happy to get the game and be able to play it. Because, huge God of War fan, and I was kind of a little bit skeptical of getting it in the first place because I wasn't seeing enough footage of it. But finally, when it came time and they had the reviews out and they had a little bit more footage near the time for its release, I was like, oh my God, I really want to get this now. I really, really want to play it, so I went ahead and pre-ordered the standard edition and eagerly awaiting it to play it today. So there goes a little pickups video for that, even though I don't have it at the time. But if you guys go online and look at the standard edition of what the box looks like, you automatically know what it will be, more than likely. But had three other things right here that I wanted to showcase that I did pick up that are actually here physically. And the first one here that we have is the Tomb Raider trilogy on PlayStation 3. I've never really been a huge Tomb Raider fan in the past, but ever since the reboot came out, they've been really, really amazing. And so, yeah, this is Legend, Anniversary, and Underworld. And I played very little of Underworld and Legend, and I believe also Anniversary on PC because I got them like dirt cheap on Steam like some years ago, but I don't play on PC anymore, really, so, not even really worried about it. They're kind of just sitting there. But I really wanted to get the physical version of this for PS3. It's all on one disc, which kind of amazed me. I was like, shouldn't there be like multiple discs or something of this? But apparently there's not. It's just all three games on here, and they also have like some other extra things that are on here as well. Not really too sure about what Underworld and Legend is about. I believe Underworld, or maybe it's Legend, I can't really remember, has something to do with like Norse Viking mythology, which is kind of interesting considering the fact that God of War released today and it's showing up today. But Anniversary is actually a remake of the first game that had got like some more modern controls at the time implemented into it. So that's one of the things that kind of really grasped me towards this, is the fact that the controls back then were very tanky. They were just stiff. I couldn't stand them. So that was one reason why I couldn't get into the PS1 versions. I tried them out, tried some demos out and things like that, but ultimately it just fell flat for me. But when they finally ended up releasing them like this and more modern, and you actually had more analog control to it, it was a hell of a lot better. So definitely looking forward to diving into this. And I got this. I ended up having like $9 in credit that I utilized towards it, and it was like 11. I think I paid probably altogether, I believe it was like $14 or something like that. But you can't go wrong with that, considering the fact that it's 3 games in one, along with extra features on there as well. So definitely looking forward to giving that a shot whenever I finish God of War. But the next two here actually go hand in hand, as a matter of fact. So, I'm going to go ahead and kind of talk about them together since it kind of makes sense. And that is Fallout New Vegas, the Ultimate Edition for Xbox 360 and Xbox One. And we have Fallout 3 Game of the Year Edition for Xbox 360 and Xbox One. Obviously, because of the fact that Microsoft ended up going and making some 360 titles be backwards compatible with the one. I don't know if they're going to do that with all of them, or they're doing that with just some of them, or what the case may be. But definitely wanted to go ahead and get these. I used to have them on the 360, I believe, way back when, until my 360 red ringed on me, and I ended up selling them because I didn't think I was going to get a 360 anymore. And then I ended up getting them on PS3, and they were shit. They were buggy. They would crash. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. It sucked so much that Bethesda ended up releasing the games in those states on the PS3. I really wish they wouldn't even release them on the PS3 at all if they're going to be that terrible. The exact same thing goes for Skyrim as well on PS3, a total buggy, shitty mess. So, but anyways, when I actually think, I believe I have 3 in New Vegas on PC. I'm not really sure if I got them on there or not on Steam when they had a sale a couple years back. I truly cannot remember. But I definitely wanted to get these physically. I ended up spending a $10 gift certificate that I had utilized towards that, which actually I utilized a $5 gift certificate towards God of War. And I utilized a $10 gift certificate that I got from Best Buy towards these, and I only paid for both of those together, which they're the Ultimate Editions. They have all the DLC on them, every bit of DLC that was ever released, and the main games themselves, obviously. But I was really excited to get those, and I was like, it was only like $19 and some odd cents for both of those together, brand new. So I was like, well, hell yeah, because I actually kind of went out in the wild a little bit to kind of look around some to check to see if they ended up having it on sale somewhere. And it wasn't working out for me. And then it came time for where I found actually New Vegas Ultimate Edition at Goodwill. But when I looked in there, there was supposed to be 2 discs. There was only the second disc, which the second disc only has the DLC on it. I was like, well, shit. And somebody ended up mentioning to me, they said, well, you could probably end up finding the regular one, just the game itself on eBay for like really cheap or something. But I mean, nah, I didn't really want to do that because when I look at the second disc, I thought about kind of getting it because I just got the regular one online for New Vegas, and I thought to myself, nah. I was like, some of the scratches on there looked like they were kind of deep, so I didn't want to bother with it. So I just went ahead and put it back. But if it wasn't and the disc was fine, I probably would have got it. It would only been like $5, since that's usually kind of around the price range where they price their games at Goodwill. And so yeah, I've always been a huge Elder Scrolls fan, as well as a Fallout fan, when they started to actually get into the first-person open world RPG-ness, if you will. And one of the things that's kind of funny about this is when I ended up getting these yesterday, I looked at them and I said, and for a split second, I thought it said just Xbox One. I was like, no. I was like, oh, wait a minute. It's backwards compatible. I forgot about that. But, yeah, but as you can see right here, this is one of the things that kind of irks me about this, just the way that they do this. With the Xbox 360, obviously you can see right there that it has 2, I guess they're called spindles, 2 spindles right there to be able to put both discs in there. But as you can see right here, with this one, I'm actually playing this on my 360 right now. It's in the system, so it's not, like that. But it actually stacks one on top of the other, which irks me because I'm like, I don't want the disc to get scratched. I don't want it to get dusty or mess up or anything. But considering the fact that I've already installed this disc, it's not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. So it'll probably just stay there for all eternity. But yeah, it kind of just aggravates me because I'm like, I want them to be able to have 2 different ones. So I don't understand why they couldn't have done that with this one as well as doing it with this one. And it's kind of just crazy when you always look at the Xbox One cases. They have the booklets, which there isn't any. I don't even know why they even have those anymore. They probably just have them just to put in little DLC bullshit codes, penny DLC crap or whatever in there whenever you get a new game or whatever. But they don't put any freaking booklets or anything in there anymore. But it's just kind of funny to me how they flipped it over on this side when the disc used to be over here and now the disc is over here. So I don't know, unique kind of thing that they have going on there. I just now realize that I don't have an Xbox One anymore because I don't care about it anymore because Microsoft doesn't know the meaning of exclusive. So there's no reason for me to have it when I can go multi-platform nowadays with my PS4, Switch, PC, whatever, and that's just all the Xbox One is to me. It's just a multi-platform machine, and this very tiny, tiny, tiny amount of exclusives. And I'm just like, no, I don't care about it. It's not my bag of chips, if you will. But anyways, yeah, I haven't started up Fallout 3 just yet, but I have started up New Vegas. I ended up installing everything with the DLC for Fallout 3 and also for New Vegas, so they're all on there. I had to actually get a hard drive. That's another pickups thing that I could talk about here. I had to get a hard drive for my Xbox because it's actually the Xbox 360 because of the fact that it's, I guess it's like one of those Xbox 360 arcades or something like that. It actually had like a 4 gigabyte flash memory in it. So I'm like, okay, well, obviously this isn't going to hold the DLC or the games installed in the system anywhere at all. There's nowhere near it has the amount of memory that it needs. So I went ahead and got I think it was like a 260 or 80, 240, something, a 200 and some odd gigabyte hard drive that I installed into the 360. It seems to be working just fine right now. So all well and good with that. But I I was trying to check to make sure I didn't have to send it back or anything, so I installed stuff and I put saves on it and all that, so everything seems to be working good with that. I also saw another one that was like 360 or 380 gigabytes, something like that, for I think like a few dollars more. But it wasn't, I got it from Amazon, and it wasn't like Amazon verified or anything like that, or a bestseller or anything like that. So I said, I'm not going to bother with this. I don't want to run into any like technical problems with it, so I'm just not going to bother with it. But yeah, always love these games. Definitely glad to get them again and get back into them again. And people have always said, if you're ever going to get Skyrim or Fallout New Vegas or Fallout 3 on console, get it on 360 or Xbox One, because it runs much better on there than it does on the PS3. It just ran horribly on that system. But since I have Skyrim on PS4 now, speaking of which, PlayStation systems and also Bethesda games, haven't had a problem with it at all. There was one point where I got stuck on the environment in Skyrim. I just got like stuck and I couldn't move and I was getting attacked or whatever. But the game didn't crash or anything like that. So obviously, you know, it's a Bethesda game, so I just got stuck in the environment. You know, which that can happen from time to time. But anyways, yeah, I just want to do a quick little pickups video here and talk about these two lovely games, which I mean, already, man, you know, you're already going to have like a whole hell of a lot of content on these, especially considering the fact that they're the Ultimate Game of the Year edition, so they got all the DLC and all that. And definitely looking forward to go and giving Team Raider. That sounds like a porno. But anyways, Tomb Raider a shot. I almost said Womb Raider there for a second. But almost giving Tomb Raider and all three of these games a good shot as well. And yeah, God of War showing up sometime today, so there's another pickup right there that I should go ahead and mention. But anyways, I would go ahead and I would end this like I always do. Later, taters. And listen to Slayer. Yeah.